Hello, everybody, and welcome to Board Game Night. I am excited for this one because this board game is actually one of my favorites that I've played before on my PC. I got all these board games a while back in I think it was a humble bundle or something like that. So I got a bunch of fun games, and that's where I'm kind of getting these from. I got like Root, I got Everdell, I got Wingspan, just a hint at what's also to come, because I plan on playing them all at some point. But Terraforming Mars is actually one of the ones that had immediately stuck out to me when I played it for the first time, and I actually played it multiple times over. Now, I don't play board games tons just because it's like an hour to 2 hour commitment, which it can be a lot. It can be a lot of time to sit down and dedicate. But I'm excited to do these board game nights because it gives me a reason to sit down and do just that. So I guess without further ado, let's hop into Terraforming Mars. We're going to be doing with obviously myself and 2 AIs because 3 players is usually considered the sweet spot for this game. So we're going to get going. Now, you can kind of tell off the bat, this is all about Terraforming Mars. We're going to do beginner corporation just because we still don't want to mess with this too much. Instead of participating in the first research phase, draw 10 cards for free. Yeah. Yes, we're going to stick with that. Do that. So there's a lot of variables that you have to think about, a lot of resource management, there's also money generation. There's just so much that you need to think about. I don't know if we're going to win. But there's this weird, there's a lot of interesting things to think about. I don't remember how you win. How do you win? Oh yeah, I think it's just once. The game ends when there's enough oxygen to breathe, oceans enough to allow Earth-like weather, and the temperature is well above freezing. It will then be possible, if not comfortable, to live on the surface of Mars. And then, on top of that, you can see milestones. Things that you're wanting to reach. Oh my god, so much. Awards. There's a lot of fun things. So, it's my turn. How do I play? I can craft things. I only vaguely remember how to play. By that, I mean, very vaguely. What does this do? Increase your plant production by 2 steps. That's pretty good. Increase your heat production. Spend 1 MC to reveal and discard the top card of the draw deck if that card has a microbe tag. Add a science resource on the card. Add 3 victory points if you have at least 1 science. Interesting. So you can also say a lot of cards. You can only build these things if you've reached a specific temperature. Remove up to 3 plants from any player. That's where I'd want to see. Well, they have. Ooh, they already have 4. 4 off the bat is a large number to have that I almost would want to strip that from them. I think that's a good thing to... Let's do this. Raise temperature by 1 step and place an ocean tile. Remove up to 3 plants from any player. I do want to play that. We can build it on any of these spots. We can get more cards. I think getting plant is... Oh, that's a tricky one to actually usually get. Titanium is more useful later on, and that's titanium, by the way. Used to pay for space cards and is worth 3 MC per unit. As an action, 8 plant resources can be converted into green or tile that you place on the board. I'm tempted to go for the titanium. But let me... can I... not... I don't want that. I want to take another look at my... Can I take another look at my cards? I'm going to go for the titanium. We'll see if it pays off for me. Yeah, confirmed. You lose 3. I love that. I love that for me. But also, I love this for me. Because that's going to increase my plant generation. Can't really do anything else. It's at a minimum of -20, so that's going to take a while to get to. There's also what standard projects. Oh yeah, got about the city. Place a city tile and increase your MC production by 1 step. Maybe would have been a good thing to also look into, but you know that's okay. Well, and sorry for how loud that seems to be. Let's turn that down a little bit. So I do love this game. I don't expect to necessarily win the first game, because it's been forever since I played this game. Probably also, if you saw the last video, probably around August of last year, I'd say. Hold on, how the hell does this plant production work then? Why don't I have plants? I don't know. I don't know how this game works. What do you use heat for? To raise the temperature. Heat isn't a bad thing to get. Right, we can also discard stuff. So sitting kind of low on temperature still. This is also really what I want. Capital. Be very useful, but it takes a bit to get to. That's also another really good thing to look at, because that gets us another MC production. But we need -20 to get there, so I guess let's do that. Action 2. Skip it. Yeah. Why do I not get things? How do I get things? I don't fully remember how this game works. Gonna be honest. How does the game work? I didn't read like much of this. Time is measured in generations, and each generation starts with a turn order phase, followed by a research phase. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Central game view is checked. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it's because we're all still going on in a generation. So this is stuff we'll get after the end of the generation. These things just require so much. I think we've basically done everything we want to do in this generation. Yeah, that's my generation of things. Lovely. We're now in generation 2. Oh yeah, and then the order shifts. Yeah, I'm vaguely remembering. I can buy up to 4 cards. I'm good. I don't want to buy any cards. Did you just get fucking 4 Jesus Christ. Okay. The other good thing about watching the AIs play is that we can also start to learn what good strategies are. What is that? Raise your Terraform rating by 2 steps. Yeah. None of those are great. Why do I have 25 mega credits? How does this work? I don't know. I'm thinking because a lot of these cards are going to be active later on is when they become really good. I think Search for Life is interesting. But that's like an investment in the future. But it is going to cost a bit of money to put into it. I almost think just buying a city is worth it. How about we build a city? Because if I build a city on some of these spots that are worth 2, why do they get extra generation when I... Maybe that must just be their thing then. So I need to also think about getting greeneries around these. So... Okay, so you seem to get to... I'm vaguely understanding. Let me also look at see if I can look at cities. I know we're getting there. We're getting there. We're figuring things out. Each city tile is worth 1 victory point for each adjacent greenery. Okay, that doesn't really tell me. May not be placed next to another city. Okay. Um. Hmm. I don't fully remember everything about the game, is the thing. Man. Let's think about. Yeah, I don't fully understand. So if we build it there. Here's what I'm thinking. This is just a solid spot to build it. Right? We can still get 4 greeneries around it. Oh, but this is also a great spot to build it, I think. One of these spots I feel like is really good. Because I'm actually very tempted to go. I know we can't build tons of greenhouses around it, but we can build a greenhouse to get another bonus too, which seems like a smart idea. They're also next to oceans, and I think you do get benefit off of oceans, I think. I don't fucking know. I'm going to build right there. That was a long time to make one decision. I guess skip. Because we built a city. I feel like we're behind. I don't know entirely. It's hard to tell. But we'll slowly learn. We're gonna learn good strategies for this game. Can't I technically? See, we could still do this. I just think, because I thought doesn't. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's only for a specific. Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we can do. So I think we just get. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty on par with a lot of other people right now. We're going to be able to build a greenery, though, and that's going to be really good for us. Oh, I'll actually go first, I think. We're getting up there in heat. Their money generation is just so much higher. Okay. We have 24. We can... How does worms work? For every 2 microtabs you have, including this one. Push the heat production by 4 steps. Place the hydrothermic vent special. Ooh. That's interesting. Although it does cost fucking 20. Livestock. Action, add 1 animal to this card. I think we're still early enough. Oh, but that requires minimum 9% oxygen. Oh man, that's really difficult. That'd be tough to get to. Increase your energy production by 1 step and increase temperature by 1 step. That's not awful. Microbe. I don't... What of these cards would we actually want to build? I mean, getting our energy generation up might be a good thing. That's a lot of extra heat generation. I mean, I guess place a hydrothermic vent special tile on an area reserved for ocean. Interesting. None of these would allow me to build ocean, which is something I do want. Livestock could be a good option later on, but I feel like right now, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not concerned about it right now. Maybe that's a bad way to play, but I'm also like really trying to think about my money and that there are certain things I might not particularly want to be leaning. Well, I don't know, because if I did these two, that's a great combination. It's going to allow me to get... Now, that gives me the temperature up, not the oxygen. It's hard to get the oxygen up. I just feel like by the time I can play livestock, it's not going to be much of a benefit to me. Deep well heating. I feel like moving it up by 1 is not going to... Well, the energy itself might actually be useful. But I think we have enough useful cards on hand right now that I don't need it. That's the thing, is that I just don't think I actually need it. So the first thing I do want to do is convert to get a greenery. I think it's incredibly important for me to get a greenery going. I'm going to get one right here. Because at a risk of other players stealing, you know? Because that could easily happen. Now, search for life. If you have at least 1 science resource on this card. I don't know. It only costs 3. I do think I want to play that. Because I can start working towards that, I think. I think that'd be a useful thing to do. Building fucking more shit. Does every greenery raise I think every greenery raises the oxygen level. See, they're increasing the heat. Interesting. So that's going to take a long time to get, but that's a worthy thing to hold on to. Bushes, also really good. That's going to be really good for us. Algae will be really good for us. And capital will be really good. Yeah, that's also really good. We just need to hit those numbers. Radchem Factories also feels something more late game because you're decreasing your energy production. So right now, the thing I really want to do, I do want to use this though. It's only going to cost me 1. Okay. We can look at standard milestones. Awards. Right, anyone can put these in at any time. Just have the most heat. Yeah, that's stuff we don't necessarily want to be doing right now. Power plant, increase your energy production. We'll be able to increase temperature the next time something rolls around. I think we just skip right now. I don't think any of that's really something we need right now. Aquifer, okay. What do oceans do? Also, let's... Placing a tile next to an ocean gives you 2 MC per adjacent ocean. Interesting. I don't think we need to do anything. I'm just gonna pass. We now have enough to increase the heat of the planet, which is definitely going to be a useful thing. We might... it depends on if we're able to get to it first before all the others, but we'll see. Also, be sure, again, you know, if you've made it this far into the video, I'm going to probably compile a playlist like I always do for everything for series. That feels like an obvious. With how much time is left in the game, I feel like we want that. What, it's just 1 victory point? That's the whole point of it? Not worth paying for it. I'm just gonna buy the 2. Just those 2. Like I was saying, be sure to check out the playlist if you want to. I'll compile a playlist of all of our board game nights, because I always do that, and I always think it's a fun thing. If you want to just enjoy the board game nights, be sure to enjoy them and just sit down and watch them all. If they're gonna increase, they can and they will. They're producing 8 now. Yeah, I think they get an extra... Yeah. I was hoping I'd be able to get to it first, but that's just the way it goes. And, of course, if you're enjoying this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because that means I get to just do even more of this. Immigration shuttles is obviously something we want to do. And we have all this titanium. We're just going to use all of our titanium. That's really good for our generation, because we still look like we've got a decent amount of time left in the game. Even if things start to ramp up, we should still have a lot of time. Now, I don't actually want to increase heat, because I want to try to get the next benefit. I will use my action, though. See if we can get it. If we can get it, we can stop doing it for the rest of the game. Yes! And now our card... yeah, we can end the turn. Okay. I'm just thinking, because I think we, that should have put a thing on it, right? They're doing another ocean. Alright, we're getting there then. Things are moving semi-quickly. We're already at 4 oceans. Card resources, search for life. It's got one on it, but that... Add 3 victory points for 1 or more science resources on this card. So I don't think I need to do that anymore. Capital. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Aren't there 4 ocean tiles placed? Oh, I wonder, my energy generation's probably not high enough for this. Because there's 4 ocean tiles. Well, actually, there are 4. But it wants to decrease my energy production by 2. So we need a power plant. So we won't do the Radchem factory, I don't think. I don't think we're going to end up playing that. We need a power plant. I need a power plant if I want to be able to play that card. I just do. And I may as well play Adapted Lichen because I'm not going to get to play the other card with the current setup. I'm just going to need to wait until next time, which is perfectly fine. Green player's turn. Past their turn. My turn. Kind of want to hold on to the heat, gonna be honest, because I want to be the one to get the next bonus. So I could sell the Radchem factory. I also need to really think about these. It's tough. And awards. Most heat resource. I will pass. We will go to the next generation. I think I've gotten everything I need out of things. Okay. I go second now. I only have 32, man. We don't have the energy production for this stuff. Decrease your energy production by 1 step and decrease your MC production by 2 steps. It also places a city tile. get that early. I mean, cities are going to be wanted to be built, and I'm going to end up building another one, but I do need more energy generation. But this one's also a hell of a lot cheaper. I feel like I can afford to do that. Minimum 8%. We are getting there. I think we could go for that. Heat seems to be what's furthest behind. Heat, I think, is honestly what's probably going to be one of the last things hit. Part of me wants to buy these two, because I think there's something to be had there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy those two. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to buy those two. And I'm especially doing it because I really do think we're going to see a lot of cities built, I think. So I guess the first thing we'd want to play right is Immigrant City. I think we may as well just decrease the cost because we're going to need the decreased cost. We can now place a city. If we place it here, we automatically get 4. We place it here. I think you place a city here. Get the benefit of the 4. That just makes it so immediately now someone builds a city, we're going to start really getting compensated for it. We can only play that one thing, so I'm going to build the greenery directly next to me. That's going to be a good... And now we're already close to 8. So, and we still have 27 left, so we're in a pretty decent spot. Something I just love about this game is how much of a variety of strategies there really is to be had. And I love that about this game. I think it's just so awesome, so much fun. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure we're going to end up losing. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if I come in last place. I did pick medium difficulties for the AIs, so, you know, maybe I need to start on easy so I can get, you know, feel the ropes. But we're getting there. Look at that. I mean, I get an extra gold generation every time someone places a city. And there's a reason I got that off the bat, because look, 2 cities were just built. They increase the heat. I will now do it so I get the benefit. I was just going to hold off until someone did it, or until I could do it twice. And we can go for Noctis farming. See, the thing about capital is that it costs 26. And it requires all that. It just seems so... I'm going to play that. So I'll end my turn. We need another greenhouse so I can start benefiting from my other thing. So I can get that down. See, I could do that, but we already have one on it, so I don't think it's... Well, we can add a science resource, and then... I don't know if I can ever use science resources. I don't think so. For actions I'm seeing, what about standard projects? Anything we really want? I could see power plant, but I'm thinking next time around we're gonna have a tricky situation because we're about to cross 8% for oxygen, which means we can get herbivores down. We're close to another ocean for algae. We really do need the money, I think, because we're also close to bushes. There's a lot of things that I think I'm just going to pass to go to the next generation. Just because I think there's a lot of things that are about to happen that we need to save our money for. Because also, you know, we might want to buy something. See, now we're getting 25. That's up to 51. That is good for us to have so much money. See, so they produce 7. I think we produce 9. I do go first now, but let's see what we can get for cards. You gain 3 MC and 3 heat. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I'm more about plants. Mining expedition. Raise oxygen by 1 step. Remove 2 plants from any player. Gain 2 steel. I mean... Methane from Titan. Minimum 2% oxygen. Okay, increase your heat production by 2 steps and your plant production by 2 steps. That seems really good. Then you have this. At least 1 Jovian tag. Isn't... Oh, I think that's that. I don't think we probably don't have that. Oh, that probably tells me. No. Any of these I think are really worth it. Removing 2 plants from somebody is pretty powerful. Oh, not to mention if we went for these 3, or not 3, these 2, there's kind of a... So we have that, we lead it into that. If we did that, we could also lead into that. But then I feel like we're spreading across too many facets, you know? That's my fear, is that we spread into too many facets. Let me view the game state. My cards. None of them are science tags. We are trying to lean into plants. This feels too although it is worth 2 victory points. That should be noted. So these 2 together makes a lot of sense. I think I go for all 3. I guess I'm gonna do it. I guess the biggest concern really is money in the long run. Again, the question is, will there be enough money? Let's see what cards we have we're immediately looking at. Herbivores is obviously one that I'm immediately wanting to dig into. Getting beam from a thorium asteroid, that would be really good for us, but herbivores is what we really want to get down. I'm thinking that not a lot of the other things is really... It's not like we're close to an ocean or anything, so I do think getting another greenhouse down is a good idea. We need to in order to get our herbivores down, but that's not an immediate thing that needs to happen right away. But it is something that I don't think any of this stuff is really going to matter the order we necessarily do things in. Because I don't think what other players do is going to really impact. So building a city there might be a little unwise because green gets a benefit off of it as well. I think I'd rather build a greenhouse right here next to that city. And then for my second action, I think I want to get the herbivores down. Yeah. Because that's something we want to get down this turn. Yeah. So now we end turn because that's all of our actions. So now the longer this goes on, the better for us. Kind of. Not necessarily, because that opens up opportunities for everyone else to get stuff as well. But I think us being able to now get the animals is going to just be really good for us. Yeah, purple is just getting a lot of stuff down. I don't know if we're actually really... Part of me doesn't think we're necessarily winning. It's hard to say. I mean, this is definitely what you'd want to get. You can play that for 1 now. And then we can't play Beam from a Thorium Asteroid, so I guess you play Methane from Titan. That's going to cost 28 to play, though, which about runs us dry. But we do get a lot of benefit off of that. We got an achievement. Prop M Rover. Okay. So that's cool. I mean, we're getting into the larger yeah, I don't think we've even hit... We just don't have... We're not hitting any of the milestones. The awards, I mean... Maybe highest MC production, because ours is slightly above blue. We do still have more science tags. We really want Beam from a Thorium Asteroid. See, this is where I was thinking, like, you know, this is where everything comes into a big effect. I think I just did what I did not mean to do, but that's all right. Do that in the turn. Shouldn't I have an action for... I thought I had an action for the animals. Are the animals not something I actually have to do? When you place a greenery, add an animal to this card. Oh, I understand. everything is definitely tough here. Oh, and they got that there. I wanted to get that there. So I think we just move on now. There's not really anything else for us. They also ended, so that's also probably good for us. There's a lot of things that are gonna... I think our game is going good. I'm worried about after the game on if we're gonna even be able to compete really with Purple. Purple has just been flying ahead. I think they've almost seemed to have an early advantage in a way. I'm gonna say that I don't think we can afford to really buy anything. Although that is also pretty good for us. Let's look at the cards I have and think about it. That's 32 we want. Get one like in there, that might be good. Gets us some victory points, but not tons. I'm just thinking both of these I think we want to get built. But they're really difficult money-wise. But that's only 20. I mean, we might be able to. The problem is buying it, really. Increase your energy production by 1 step for each city tile in play. But we don't utilize energy, so that's not useful. Let's just buy that. So that's also gonna, if we do build it, it's gonna get us a few victory points at the end of the game, which is good for us. Okay. So it puts them at 11 and me at 12. So this is probably the first one we want, right? Well, I guess the order of these doesn't fully matter, but I think... I mean, this one does need to go down before that one can get placed. Capital is probably a good idea. I will go for that. It uses up a lot of our money, but I think it's okay. Since just that. Well, actually, looking at victory points, I'm noticing I didn't even pay attention. The other people haven't actually been, like, playing cards to work on their victory points. So purple's only got 2. Green's got, purple has 0. Green's got, I'm reading the wrong thing. Purple has 2 victory points. Green has 0, and I've already got 9. I almost didn't even notice that. That I don't really want to play. I need to save up for the last 2, those 2. I guess I'm going to convert plants into a greenery. Question is where I want to put it. Maybe next to one of my cities. Be helping out green. I'm not helping out green is not my biggest concern. I'm more fearful of purple. Maybe that's a bad idea, but I don't know. Right now, I think purple has an edge, at least over green. I guess I'll put it here. This feels like the best spot because I still get a benefit off of it. So we end our turn there. They're really going for a lot of heat. Oh, well, they're finally actually increasing it. Okay. I don't really want to do the action on my card. Radchem Factory, I don't really want to touch, I don't think. Yeah, because I want to save all my money for those. So I'm just going to pass. Pass entirely. Wait till next generation. Green still has stuff they're doing. Okay. 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 I'm going to go second next generation. That's not awful for me, I don't think. So I think we're in a spot where we don't need a lot of new cards. My generation's actually insane. And we'll see if any cards are really, really tempting. No, too expensive. When you play an animal, or when you play an animal or a plant tag, add an animal to this card. I don't think we have enough time for that to be worth it. Action, add 1 animal to this card. We'd be paying 9 in total for that card. We're getting kind of close. I don't think I need any of that, honestly. I don't think that's awful, but I just don't think we've got much more than this generation and another generation. So I think that's only going to get us, like, 1 victory point. I just don't think that's worth it. We can put our energy into an award or even a milestone. I mean, we might be able to hit the milestone for Terraform rating of 35. It's tough though. Add 1 victory point for each ocean tile adjacent to the capital tile. We want to decrease it as much as we can. I want to play the capital. And I think I want to place it, I think, right here. Because there's already 2 next to it. You'd argue, well, actually, there aren't really many better places that it could ever go. This also means purple cuts into, like, purple a little bit. We're not going to get a lot of benefit off of the other things from it, but... Oh. Yeah. Awards. Highest MC production, that's definitely going to be us. We can get that award at any time, really. The most heat resource. I mean, Science tags has not changed. We're going to need that. Anything we can to get an edge. That's going to be me. I don't think anyone can catch up to that. And we are at a point where we need to think about that. The milestone is also a concern, though. Because there's an edge of 10 right now for purple. Not to mention purple's going to come in second place for the other thing. So that only gets us an edge of 3 on purple. And this should be concerning to me. I think I need to try to get the Terraformer milestone. I need a milestone. I'm sitting at 29. I know I can get myself to 31. They're already at 32. So maybe I should be concerned. Actually, hold on a minute. They can get it next turn. No, they don't have enough money. No, they do have enough money. Shit. They can get the milestone for 35. Fuck. Okay, well then I need awards. Most science tags, definitely useful. Most heat resource, I might be able to go for that. Although I'll at least get the next ocean. There is this. Definitely want that. Isn't it? What is it? Which one is it? Oh, it's all the way over there. Yeah. We are edging very close to the end. Actions have only got 1. I will end my turn. I'm hoping purple is about to end it. They're not, though. Oh, you fucker. So they see me as the biggest threat. I assume they're going to bring it to 35 and get the milestone. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get a single milestone. That's a problem. that is a problem. We can do heat, though, and we need to do that. I think we should place it there, because... yeah. That just makes the most sense, because it'll get us an extra victory point. Looking at that, they have 3, we have 17, so that extra 10 essentially brings it to 17 to 13. The awards are something to think about. We basically... I think basically everything's about... or no, because it still has to hit 14, 8, and 9. We're very close, though. We'll have to look at other awards. I think somehow scientists might be a good thing to do. I'm gonna skip. God, everyone is still going. Jesus. They passed their turn. Purple's probably gonna pass their turn. Can't really do anything. I don't think a lot of this is worth it. Well, I think maybe placing the ocean might be a good idea, just so nobody else can. Because there's an obvious, really good placement for it. Actually, this is an obvious good placement for it. Yeah. I'll do that. Skip. Purple's probably gonna, yeah, pass the turn. I don't think I really have anything left to do. I don't want to do the action because I've already got something. I can't play anything. No standard projects I can or want to do. Yeah, just skip to the next generation. And I'll be going first. I'm annoyed that green was able to get... oh, shit. Yeah, money generation's tied to your terraform rating, isn't it? That's... I forgot about that. It's one of those things I kind of forgot about, which means it's actually a really good thing to be working on upgrading it. Yeah, well, that's my bad. That's something I didn't think about. Look, this game is really, really, really complicated. We need most of what we have. This... your global requirements are +2 or -2 steps. Your choice in each case. Interesting. Very interesting. I could basically be like, I can make it so we end the game sooner. The problem would be people would kick in to do awards. If I don't use my heat, whose generation is actually higher? We're equal. So if I don't use my heat, that'd be an interesting thing to do, but I still want to get all my cards done, because it would mean oxygen would automatically be met water would automatically be met. Temperature would be one step away. And I think that would put me winning. So we wouldn't technically need to get our cards down. That's so weird. How much would it cost us? $15 in total. We'd still have like 39 left. Let's do it. We're gonna go for that. We're gonna go for that strategy because I'm pretty sure we're winning. Oh, I go first too, don't I? Right, so we're gonna look at the current step. Now I believe once everything is met, when all three goal parameters have reached their goals, the game ends at the end of that generation. But I wouldn't want to actually play that until like the end, towards the end of the generation, so everyone else doesn't even have time to really adjust for it. So really the thought is I need to have 12 set aside for everything. I need to have 12 set aside. So think 51 minus 12. And let's actually just double check. Final scoring, your TR at the end of the game. Awards, milestones. Players get victory points from the map on the game view. Each greenery is worth 1 victory point. Each city is worth a victory point for each greenery adjacent to it. Other tabs for victory points based on what's written on the card. Add all VPs on cards that collect resources. Gather all your remaining played cards and add your victory points. Yeah. So, although I guess that's something I didn't think about, is that they have so many fucking greeneries and shit. That might come to bite me. But again, 3 to this. I want the Thermalist Award. It costs 20 for the next one. I'm thinking Scientist. That puts me down to 17. Six. I think there's enough there because I'd have 17. That would only have to cost 6. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Oh, because I'm also going to get one more, aren't I? That's a Scientist tag. Yeah. I should have this in the fucking bag. I think I've got this in the bag. Although, I guess someone does need to up the temperature for all of this to happen. Someone needs to up the temperature. Like, it just needs to happen. And I maybe shouldn't have bought the award yet, because that's going to incentivize someone to not up the temperature. But it's perfectly okay, I mean. Play that. perfectly okay with that. Sell. Both of those. End my turn. I need someone to increase heat. Purple could increase heat. They actually might increase heat. Oh, they're building another city. That's actually really annoying. I just hope purple increases the heat. This is going to be a close game. I just need something to just increase the heat by chance, and then I'm going to end the fucking game. And hope... I haven't actually done the math. I'm slightly afraid to do the math. Plant conversion makes sense. Yeah. Do that, I guess. And I will end my turn, because we don't actually have to do anything. Please, I just need temperature to be increased. Yes! Yes! Thank you, purple. Oh, you're gonna cause your own fucking doom, I hope. I hope. I don't fucking know. Although green, honestly, might even fucking come for all of us. Maybe green will sneak behind us. I don't think green's winning solely off of, like, milestones and awards. Use it. Use it. What? How does that work? How do I do it? End turn? Maybe that's something I choose at the end of the generation? I'm gonna get, like, both of them still need to, I guess, end. I'm becoming more increasingly worried that I won't have the edge on purple. I'm gonna be honest. Everyone's still doing shit. Well, now, yeah, now green is just, like, edge out that last one. Because why not? May as well use this just because I want to temporarily keep the game running. So I figure why not? I want to see them end their... Oh my god, they're still not fucking ending. Okay, I think we're going to lose. I'm at least shooting for second place. Okay, green ended. I'm not touching heat. Well, they only have 7. They have 0. If I do this once... I have 11, which is more than 7, so I still get the award. I just get the extra point. Nothing I can do. End the generation. Can I choose to make the fucking thing? How do I do my effect? Why didn't it let me do it? Why did I not get to fucking do it? What the fuck? Why didn't I not... Okay, did I misunderstand the fucking card? Like... Like, hold on a minute. Fucking excuse me? What? I'm so confused. I wanted to make it -2. What? So I looked it up. It does not... It doesn't make it for the entire game. It does it solely for cards with minimum maximum effects, which is like not at all how I thought that worked. So I'm a little fucked there. Max 4% oxygen. That doesn't help me. That's minimum temperature. So I guess we'll buy that so we can play something. And now we just have to run through this last generation, because obviously someone's going to get the fucking ocean. I'm still... Wait, what? How do they have more heat than me now? Oh, what? See, that I think that card text is a little vague. Because I totally would have done this slightly differently. Would have done all of this slightly differently, in fact. Play that, I guess. I'm gonna end my turn. I'm gonna watch as these people go through their fucking bullshit. Maybe I should have placed the last ocean, so that nobody else can. I feel less confident. I feel a hell of a lot less confident. We can do Aquafire, though. If they don't place the last ocean. I think everyone's very... I have no idea who's winning. We don't have cards. They have fucking 2 more than me, which is just enough to be obnoxious. We could go 18 for the Aquafire. we either go right there, and we get enough plant to get an extra thing, or we go over here. Direction do we choose? The card could give us something really useful. If I get the right card, I could potentially trigger my thing where I get more heat. Greenery. It's got 4, so we don't need to put more on it because we're not. Go for the card. It's not what I wanted, but it is actually really good. That does get me 3 more victory points, so that is really good. That is really good, actually. I'm definitely worried, but I don't think we're immediately, like, definitely not winning. I think we're just... It's hard to tell. Now, green is obviously going to hold on to that heat. I think I may as well do this. It keeps me just technically in the game, and, like, I don't think that 1 actually matters at all. Just end the turn, I guess. We still have 11, though. I don't know what to do with it. Their generation's at 21. Okay, mine's still at 27. Okay, never mind. Hold on. What are they at? They're at 23. I'm at 27. Okay, so they passed. They're out. They have 23 heat. We have 21. Right. I didn't, because I never, yeah, they just have so much energy. So we can just get extra stuff off of the heat, I guess. I guess we want to have more than 5. Yes, because would it still increase my terraform rating? No, it wouldn't. Right. Then I don't think there's anything for us to do. God, they're still doing shit? Fine, I'll follow suit. I'll fucking build a power plant too. Why not? Just to do something. I assume purple is done. I am also done. Okay, time to find out who won. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out the playlist like usual. This game does take a lot longer, so I'll probably play it less often. This is the longer game. It's funny that that everything still generates. You can convert plants to up to 1 granaries. Sure. The game is over. Okay. The milestones is what concerns me. The greener, yeah. Cities, oh, wow. Oh. Wow. 1 behind. That's unfortunate. But really, really close. That was a really fun one. All right. So, I really enjoyed that. I can't wait until I get to play this game again. I just love the game so much. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. I mean, be sure to keep sticking around for board game night. And who knows what we're going to play next week. But I'll give you a hint that I'll tell you that it's most likely either going to be Everdell or Wingspan. Haven't made a final decision yet, but I'm leaning towards Wingspan. And yeah, I guess I'll see you then. Be sure to check out the playlist and keep an eye out for board game night in the future. Hopefully you enjoy this as much as I do, because this is something I've been thinking about doing for a while now. So yeah, I'll see you later. Peace out, everybody. See ya.